Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about the amount of cc's you need to enjoy motorcycling. And I was thinking about this concept and this idea because I watched a Keanu Reeves interview recently, and Keanu Reeves, famous motorcycles, right, owner of Arch Motorcycles, he was saying when you buy your first motorcycle you shouldn't get too low of cc's. And I also was helping my friend with his MT-09, and he is scared of revving out that bike in first and second gear. He's pretty scared of the bike in general because it's so wheelie happy, but he said he will absolutely never rev out first and second gear. And when I've drag raced him before, or just get like a race from a red light, the R3 pulls away from his MT-09 so easily until he gets into third gear, and then can open it up and not be too afraid of looping himself out. And so I was thinking about this concept. So many people say, oh, you shouldn't get too small beginner bike, right? A lot of people rag on beginner bikes like this R3 here, say it's not fun enough to ride, not enough power to keep up in traffic, all that kind of stuff. And then you also have the opposite end of the camp where it's like, well, you see some people clearly scared of the machines that they bought, right? And so you know, some people scared of the machines they bought and smart enough to know that, like him. And then there's some people who should be more afraid of the machines that they bought because their skill is not nearly good enough, right? We've all seen those videos of people looping themselves or doing crazy stupid things and crashing like a brand new bike. And it's always like a leader bike or some really powerful bike, and just really outdoes their skill. So the question is there a point where you can have too many cc's? How many cc's are too many? And I was thinking about this answer a lot. And you know, if you watch this channel at all, you know I always suggest like beginner bikes. I think the R3 is a super fun bike. Been riding for, you know, this is my 6th year of riding, and I love the R3. I still love the R3. It still gives me a hoot every time I ride it. I mean, it's just absolutely so fun to ride. And when I go to the racetrack on it, there are plenty of people. Well, I wouldn't say plenty. The R3 is not a super popular bike to track, but there are multiple people on the R3 who are serious track day riders, and even instructors that I've met who have R3s who are like, here, follow me, you got an R3 too. And they can destroy me. I mean, there is so much left on the table for everyone when they're riding a 600 or a 1000 on the street, even a 300 on the street. And on the racetrack, man, I mean, it's unbelievable what some of these people are getting out of their Ninja 400s, R3s, KTM, like 390s, all these super capable beginner bikes, and yet people are just like skipping over and being like, I need to go fast on the straightaway, but then I pass you in the corners, or you can't even pull away from me in the corners, right? The only time you actually like get a lead is on a complete straightaway that's like pretty long. And so I thought about this answer a lot, and I think the answer really comes down to how many cc's is too many cc's. And I'd say when you're getting yourself in trouble. And so trouble can mean two things. It could mean with the law, like you're getting speeding tickets, like this just little twisty section right here. We don't have a lot of tight turns around me, so anytime I get a little section of corners, it's just so fun. Two things, right? Two ways you can be getting yourself in trouble. Know that you overbought. One is with the law. So if you are getting speeding tickets all the time, if you are getting reckless driving tickets all the time, if you are getting anything that's costing you money with fines, making you meet a lot of police officers, any of those kind of things, all indicators that you have too many cc's because you're just not mature enough to handle it, right? Or smart enough to evade it, or something like that, right? You got some kind of problem going on, and you're just asking for trouble, essentially. And I'm not saying it's wrong to pull over for cops, But I'm saying, like, if you're getting serious, like, tickets and licenses suspended, and you know, you're really being, like, problematic in a way where you're losing licenses, and, like, you know, your job's in jeopardy or something because you're getting too many speeding tickets and you can't get to work, like, okay, maturity issue, right? You need to prioritize getting to work and being an adult, probably. So you might have a bigger bank account than what your maturity is, or you might have, and if you're not getting lawyers and stuff because you can't afford it, bike maintenance goes without being done because now you got all these speeding tickets, right? So legal issues is the first one. And the second way you know you overbought too many CCs, right? The second way is if you're getting yourself in trouble, just natural consequences. So you're looping your bike, you're sliding out in corners, you're causing very near miss accidents, right? So basically like you're almost hitting your friend or something, trying to like pass him in the same lane and he's on a motorcycle, or you're blowing through red lights or stop signs, you don't know the rules of the road, you're getting hit, or things like you're not braking properly and you're low siding. Hopefully you're not high siding, but especially if you're high siding, then you have overbought for what your skill is, right? So that's kind of where I would divide the two things and say, is it possible to have too many CCs? Absolutely. And I just think that where my friend is with his MT-09, like, I encourage him all the time to come to the racetrack with me, because I'm like, well, if you push it to the limits and stuff on a racetrack, you'll be more comfortable on the road. But I know exactly what happens because I hear it from all sorts of people. They pop their first baby wheelie by accident and they absolutely crap themselves, right? They were not expecting the bike to come up by letting the clutch out because they just didn't know what they were doing. They messed up the order of operations of, you know, throttle off, clutch in, upshift, clutch out, throttle on. They like left the throttle on, clutched in, blew their shift, stayed in the same one, revved it up, dumped the clutch, and kapow, now they've got a baby wheelie on their hands, and they were very surprised by it, right? So all sorts of things like that. And so that's my summary, right? Yes, you can overbuy. Hopefully it's obvious, but I think there are a lot of people out there who are like, no, you always need more CCs, you never go down CCs, you only go up CCs. Well, I went down CCs, I went from a 650 to this, and I enjoy it so much more. For some reason, my back tire just feels so weird. Like, I can't tell if it's just that this road is garbage, or if something's wrong with my tire. Gotta check it out for a second. Nope, tires are okay. Maybe the back's like a little low on air or something. I'll check it out. I love the way this bike backfires just a little bit. So satisfying. So anyway, that's what I want to talk about in this video. I know it's spring, a lot of people are going to be going out buying their new bikes. I always encourage start small and go up. There's so much to learn, there's so much potential in these small bikes, and if you go straight to a big bike, you're probably not going to learn it. So anyway, thanks for checking out this video, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Ride safe, everybody.